Let's do section 11.3, page 564, exercise 1, which reads, plot each point with the given polar coordinates and find the corresponding rectangular coordinates. For part A, our polar coordinates are radical 2 comma pi over 4. And when we're dealing with polar coordinates, the first coordinate is always r, or the radius, and the second coordinate is theta, or the angle. So we want to start by plotting this. And the r means that we're going to go out a distance, radical 2. So I'm going to go all the way out here, and this is going to be radical 2. And then this angle that the ray makes with the positive x-axis is going to be pi over 4. And so my point P up here is going to be radical 2 comma pi over 4. Now if I fill in my x and y components, we can see that they are going to be the legs of a right triangle with a hypotenuse of radical 2 and one angle of pi over 4. So by looking at this triangle, I can see that x is going to be radical 2 times cosine pi over 4, which is going to be equal to 1, and that y is going to be radical 2 times the sine of pi over 4, which is also going to be equal to 1. So my new point in rectangular coordinates is going to be 1 comma 1. Now in part B, our polar coordinates are 1 comma 0. So again, the first coordinate is the radius and the second coordinate is the angle. And so I want to plot this, but what I want to note is that the angle is 0. So that means that this point is going to lie along the positive x-axis, so it's going to be over here, and this is going to be P is equal to 1 comma 0 in polar coordinates. And then I can just read this off the graph, and in rectangular coordinates, it will be 1 comma 0 as well. All right, so for part C, my polar coordinates are 0 comma pi over 2. And remember, this is going to be my radius, and this is going to be my angle. But I have a radius equal to 0. So when I plot this, my point is going to be right here at the origin. And again, I can read this right off the graph. And my new point in rectangular coordinates is going to be the coordinates of the origin, which is 0 comma 0. And my last point for part D is going to be negative radical 2 comma pi over 4. And again, this is my r and this is my theta. And that negative sign with the r means that r is going to be in the exact opposite direction of whatever this angle is. So if I plot this, I want to know that this is going to be pi over 4, but then that negative sign tells me that my point is actually going to be over here. So this is going to be negative radical 2 comma pi over 4. And this angle over here will be pi over 4. And again, I know that this is going to be my x coordinate and this is going to be my y coordinate. And I can read these off of my triangle again because x and y will be the legs of a right triangle. So I'm going to say that x is going to be equal to, in this case, negative radical 2. And it's also going to be the sine of pi over 4. And that's going to give me negative 1. And y is going to be negative radical 2 times the cosine of pi over 4, which is going to give me -1 as well, and my new point in rectangular coordinates is going to be -1, comma -1.